What up, my Echo Boos? What it do? We are here for Tuesday, bringing you, of course, that live Echo action. We got that AAA for you tonight. We got a great lineup. First round up, we got the Vancouver Lightning versus the Junction City Juggernauts, Aspen Sparrows versus the Scottsdale Slither, Brother v Brother, and then the New Haven Ninjas versus the Mulberry Reverb for tonight for our final matchup. It's going to be a great game for tonight. We got a lot of great teams. Excuse me. I'm so excited. I got a little of a clip there, and it's going to be amazing tonight. As always, we got some heavy hitters for you. We've got a new caster for you tonight as well. What? That's right, Nails. And we are bringing in Queen as always. And then we've got Psy Chaotic with us tonight, coming in to do play-by-play. I will bring them on screen here in a second. Okay, or now. And the focus is going to bring them up now. Like I said, it's exactly what I said. We're going to bring them on camera right now and say what's up, my ladies, for Tuesday. What up?
Yo.
Hello.
And Sai, welcome. Welcome to Nepa TV. We're super happy to have you here. Excited to have you casting. I know many of the Echo players out there have seen you casting on other channels, but we did ourselves a solid. We stole you fair and square from wherever else you were casting, and now you're with Nepa. Ba-boom! Power move. Week 12 power move. We're getting into the end of the season, and before I get too far off topic, let me not forget that we have the egg tonight. Yes, the eggs. As always, you know I love eggs. Every commercial that we will be broadcasted during the AAA and the Pro Series is going to have Nepa-themed Easter eggs. For real, if you have not figured this out by now, you need to start asking yourself some live questions, because it's been every week for the past 12 weeks. But there are some obvious ones and some really hidden ones. Everyone who can name those commercials when we release a sign-up form, which we have already done, and what those Easter eggs are, will be entered to win a $250 gift basket plus $100 cash and more. In order to win, you've got to watch those matches, write down the Easter eggs and the commercials you see them in, and then write down all of those commercials and the Easter eggs you saw on the release form that you have. Submit that, and we'll get you in for the drawing for a $250 gift basket plus $100 cash money and more. And if everyone would please stand, put their hand over their heart, remove their hats. As always, it's time for a reading of the rules. Me. You. And for tonight's rules, don't forget we have 8-minute quarters. We got a 5-minute halftime. We got 1-minute timeout per team per half. And you know I love it when you guys use the timeout strategically. Oh, it blows my mind. Fifth player is allowed in the spawn area. They cannot enter the play until there is a break in play, and then they can come in, swap in. If we go to overtime, which if you missed last week, we saw one of them, it is a golden goal. First goal wins. Feel free to lose your minds when that happens. And then, as always, no toxic or discriminatory behavior here in Nepa. And as always, nowhere in Echo. Why? Why do you need to be toxic to each other? Everybody should be here having a good time. We're all friends. We just want to play some Echo and have a really good time. And I've chewed up enough of your time. Ladies, tell us about tonight's matchup. First up, we got the Vancouver Lightning versus Junction City Juggernauts. What do you guys expect to see? We got both teams coming in here. I was just looking at their records, but I'll let you guys talk to it. What do you guys expect to see tonight?
So, I guess first thing would be looking at the players in the arena for both sides. Starting with Vancouver Lightning. Definitely have an interesting lineup inside the arena currently with, we've got Smooth Riding, One Boosty Boy, Flynn, Alduin, and One and Only. And if you know the Vancouver Lightning roster, there's a lot of people on the roster who are not in the arena tonight, unfortunately, for the side of Vancouver Lightning. The only rostered members in the arena currently are Alduin and One Boosty Boy, meaning that Smooth Riding, Flynn, and One and Only are all being pulled up from other places, whether it be PDR, I guess that would be the only place, right? PDR itself. Yep. But all of them being pulled up here from PDR definitely puts them in a little bit of a tough situation here, Nails, because on the other side of the arena we've got Junction City Juggernauts, who includes Phenom, Sir Captain Spoon, Yuji, Empty, and Suprum. And, that's a full roster there, and it's a full roster that contains a lot of heavy hitters. We know Phenom has an incredible mind inside the arena. We know Yuji is a hard hitter. Sir Captain Spoon making his debut in the AAA here as of recent. I believe it's just about a month now, and Sir Captain Spoon's also a force when driving bubble. So it's gonna be a little bit of a uphill battle, is my guess.
Yeah, I mean, coming in with the Juggernauts having just a full clip of heavy hitters loaded up tonight, I'm interested to see what the Vancouver Lightning come up with. And I mean, over to you, Cy. Looking at the Vancouver Lightning, what do you expect is kind of going to be their winning strategy for tonight to kind of roll in with not a full roster against a full roster, in all honesty, that's had heavy hitters like Queen was saying for the entire season. What do you think they're going to be looking at to take advantage of tonight to even the score?
I mean, I'm gonna keep it real, and I will be honest with you. This is going to be an uphill battle, and the key to them finding success this evening is going to be whether or not they can mesh on the fly. As Queen mentioned, a lot of these players, most of these players are not rostered. These are players that, Alduin and One Boosty Boy may have played with a bit in some of the training privs, but not normally as often as the rest of their rostered members. So it's going to be, can they mesh? Can they find a couple key rollouts that everybody can learn on the fly? Can they adapt to each other's play styles? I think they can. Looking at the names on these teams, we've seen them in and around Nepa, in and around the community. It's going to be great, and I'm super excited for the match.
Me too. And like you said, excited to see what goes down tonight, as always. And of course, I mean, over on the Junction City Juggernauts, you got Yuji. His mom's watching. Hey, Yuji, mom. And always, he's always ready to make sure that he's not bringing shame to the family. And he is blown up. I mean, I can't tell you how many, I've lost count how many player of the game Stuntman awards that Yuji has brought home.
So many.
It's going to be
so many.
It's going to be huge tonight. Well, I'll send it to you guys out in the booth. Ladies, I'll talk to you guys at the commercial break. Over to you.
Okay, this is my favorite part of the match. Everything to go. The disc is in the middle, the sacks are in the tubes, and away we go. That first touch now going to go over to Junction City, bouncing low in the trench where it is picked up by Phenom. Quick flick looking to send this one into the bubble, into the hands of Yuji, but unfortunately bounces away where it is slapped through by the other team. Picked up by Smooth Riding, seeing him in the arena for the first time, I think, tonight, where it is recovered by One Boosty Boy. Sent up now, looking for Alduin. It is just a little bit off. How unfortunate. Bouncing out of the bubble into the hands of Yuji now. Yuji looking to send this one through, finds the hands of Phenom, who reverses it, sends it back up into the zone. It's going to bounce into the bubble, into the hands of, Suprum, only for a minute, though, as he gets stunned out, and it is cleared away, but we are not done yet. They're going to work this one up the arena. It's Smooth Riding, sending this one all the way through, off the shield, taking an awkward bounce back into his own hands, so I guess completely calculated. Smooth now, sending this one to One Boosty Boy. I think looking to slow this one down a little bit, but that is, no, it will connect. Took an awkward bounce, but Alduin is there anyway. Alduin now at the bow, sending this one low into the hands of Flynn. Flynn driving in, looking for that cut over to Smooth, but a little too late, but they're going to keep pressing. What a save there. Oh my goodness, still not in. And eventually, finally, it is Smooth Riding securing the points.
Yeah, a little bit of a mess there coming in from the side of Vancouver Lightning, but ultimately able to get the points on the board, and a great job there keeping an awareness in the arena as to where your placement is, and just being able to recover the disc and notice the open goal and the open backboard for that shot there.
Yes, 1000%. And it is fantastic to see Vancouver get those first points after everything we talked about in the pregame. But away we go. Here comes Junction City. They have worked their way into the Vancouver zone. Now sending this one into the hands of Yuji. Yuji doing what he does best. Alduin making the save. Picked up again. Oh my goodness. Back and forth. But that one will go in for Suprum.
Yeah, a great save there by Alduin to stop the push there from the force that is Yuji. We know he is deadly when he makes it into that bubble, but a fantastic save, but also a great recovery there from Suprum after a few attempted shots, finally putting it in to connect and respond quickly with 2 points of their own there.
Yep. Absolutely fantastic work. And now it's Vancouver Lightning looking to push in under a little bit of pressure. Sends this one back to Alduin. Alduin now walking this one into the bubble, getting the quick pass off to Flynn. Flynn doing some moves, trying to get through on the shoulder, but Empty will shut him down. Empty now sending this one all the way through the tunnel, bouncing high, smooth riding with the leech on that stack from Junction City. Keeps it out of the bubble, but it is not cleared. It's Suprum sending this one to Yuji on the ceiling. A little bit awkward on the positioning, so he will choose to back this one out a bit. Wait for something to open up, and there he goes. He finds it. The pass to Suprum, but the shot not quite going to be on, and it is smooth riding, clearing this one away. Bouncing around in the trap area. Alduin there first, slapping this one through the tunnel to finish off the clear. Now bouncing into the Junction City zone. It is going to bounce off the floor, away from Alduin, away from one boosty boy, but he will eventually track this one down on the wall. Stopping at the Pac-Man, now pushing forward, getting through Yuji, getting the bounce to Alduin. What a play there by one boosty boy.
Yeah, absolutely. A great play there. Defense returning home, not attempting to chase the disc. One boosty boy, even though they had a slow chase there to the disc towards the wall there, just on the near side of goal, was still able to recover it, get the pass down low, and get 2 points on the board there by Alduin for the side of Vancouver Lightning. And with the disc now is the Juggernaut's side.
Yep, and they are working their way into the zone. That bounce, not quite going to go to its intended recipient, but it still works out anyway as it ends up in the hands of Empty. Now Phenom looking to send this one back to Empty, who takes it to the cloud and then returns to sender. It's Phenom on the bow tie, slowing this one way down, drawing out those defensemen, but oh my goodness, what a read by Smooth Ryden. Gets there in the lane, gets the clear, but it is quickly tracked down by Phenom, and Junction City wants another go at this. It's going to be Yuji sending this one to high cross to Empty, driving in, looking for this one-on-one, and finds the goal.
Finds the goal indeed. That was Empty doing a little swing around the post there to put 2 points on the board. What felt like it was a 15 meters per second, but it felt like a slow shot watching. Definitely great placement there though in the goal to get 2 points on the board and tie this one up here.
Yeah, I mean, been very back and forth so far. I've been super impressed by both of these teams as we are winding down toward the end of the first quarter. It's going to be in the hands of Flynn now at the midfield. Slowing this one down, drawing out that pressure from Phenom before sending it back to Alduin at the back double diamonds. Alduin now playing this one patient, drawing out that stack pressure before looking to send it across, but oh no, bad bounce into the hands of Phenom. This is a turnover. Phenom doing some moves to keep it away from that Vancouver pressure before sending it through the far side tunnel. Bouncing, it's going to be a sack race. Oh no, they overreach it at first. Excuse me, but it is Alduin there first, looking for this clear. Not quite all the way out. Empty now sending this one to Phenom. Phenom looking up high, finding Suprum on the ceiling, driving down and loses it. But oh my
No way!
Oh my goodness, what
Nice.
was that, Queen?
Fire.
Oh my, I mean, I feel like any cast that I cast Yuji, I normally somehow make it to the point of that Yuji is the most underrated player NA, and I'm gonna stick with it because, like, I am sorry, but the read and the patience from you not just drive in, attempt to stun the disc holder, but wait, keep an eye on the disc, keep their focus on the disc there in order to get that turnover and get the 2 points in on the open goal.
Yeah, I mean, I gotta keep the Yuji love going for just a second here. I had the opportunity to coach him when he was just starting out. I played on a team with him at one point, and seeing him here and now in this arena, awesome moment. Vancouver Lightning looking to get a goal of their own. It's one boosty boy looking for this crossover to Alduin. Unfortunately, just a little bit high, but he does get back to it. Setting the slap reset to Flynn. Flynn redistributing immediately up to Smooth Ryden. Smooth Ryden, I think, looking for boosty boy, but he was a bit occupied with the goalies. Doesn't matter though because Alduin is in the area.
Yeah, Alduin in the area for sure. Surveys the goal, does not like his positioning there on the back wall with the back end of goal. Sees the first goalie stunned out. Second goalie steps in, gets stunned out again, and Alduin brings it in towards the front end of the goal there where there is an open lane with no defenders blocking it. Fantastic placement and play there coming in for the side of the Vancouver Lightning.
Yep, tied up with under a minute to go here in this first quarter. It's going to be Phenom pushing forward from the station to the bow tie, drawing out that pressure from Smooth before sending it up high to Suprum. Suprum, one quick cut, but oh my goodness, what a save there. A lot of back and forth steals.
No
way. Eventually, it is Empty there first.
Oh man, what a scuffle going on there in the bubble. And that is the second one that causes points there for the side of the Juggernauts. Was exactly, just exactly like the last goal that they had there, but the scuffle walking away into the hands of Empty, who puts it into the open goal for 2 points off of a bounce there.
Yeah, some awesome work there, and ticking down now in the final 15 seconds. One last push here for either of these teams. It is Junction City looking for one more set of points, sending this through the tunnel into the hands of Phenom. 5 seconds left. The goalie is home. I mean, he's just going to have to take the shot, and it will not quite work. So final score here in the first quarter is 8-6.
8-6 indeed in favor of the Juggernauts, but we will be right back after a quick word from our sponsors.
If you really want to find out what you're made of, you can forget the personality tests and social media quizzes. Because the only way you're ever gonna know is by heading into the big, wild, raging, so damn beautiful it hurts world and finding out for yourself. Were you born to follow a path, or were you born free? These are the things we thought about when we made the new Grand Cherokee. Made for what you're made of.
And welcome back to the second quarter of the matchup with the Vancouver Lightning versus Junction City Juggernauts. Juggernauts coming in 4-7 off a triple loss, and the Vancouver Lightning coming in 7-4 off a single loss. Ladies, tell us what you guys have been seeing here in the first quarter. Been popping off, 8-6, 2-point game.
Yeah, I mean, for myself, I feel like we're definitely lacking a little bit of a typical momentum that comes in for the side of Junction City Juggernauts. A lot of their goals have been scored off of like this chaotic attempt at pushing bubble, when normally we'll see them set up very strategically. You know, like I said before, hi Crispy, we've got Phenom in the arena who often is very big on being the analytics behind the team. And so I think that we might see a little bit of a momentum shift either here in this second quarter or moving into the third. But Sai, over to you, as we've already hit the first initial joust. Initial joust.
Yeah, second initial joust here. But it is going to be into the hands of Yuji here for the side of Junction City. Sending this one through to Empty in the midfield. Empty looking for an empty goal. That's not quite going to be on. Bouncing instead into the hands of Smooth Riding. Smooth sending this one forward, looking for Flynn, but Phenom has that one read. Doing some moves on the floor, trying to get away from Flynn, looking for that pass in motion to Yuji, but unfortunately a little bit behind him, and this will be a clear instead for the side of Vancouver Lightning. This one's bouncing now into the hands of Yuji. The stack speed. Man, I cannot get over the stack speed from the side of Junction City right now. It's Supram now, looking to send this one through to Phenom. Phenom, oh my goodness, what a great check to get through the incoming stack. Quick pass up to Supram, who then hits Yuji. Yuji now doing some moves, looking to get through these Vancouver players to get it to Empty. Empty, oh my goodness, the goal might as well have been Empty there with that stun.
Yeah, incredible maneuvering there by Yuji to get around the two defenders around them, one on boot, one coming up just behind them. Gets the pass off to Empty, and Empty doing a little bit of moves of their own as the defense collapses in on Bubble in order to get the 2 points off the bounce off post there.
Yep,
Goal
great.
post.
Yeah.
Not post. You know, Geos have names and stuff.
I don't remember any of them. When I'm in the arena, it's over here, back here. But anyway, back to the game. It is going to be Junction City on up into the Vancouver zone once again. Phenom on the floor, drawing out that pressure from Smooth Riding before hitting Empty. Empty doing the same moves on the post, and though he does need a little help, it does go in.
A little help indeed, but that's what your teammates are for, as the shot goes just off the post. But it is a very well calculated pass to Yuji, who puts it in with an open and easy open lane there into the goal for 2 more points for the side of Junction City Juggernauts. And we are now starting to see them have those offensive plays set up in Bubble that I was just talking about, Sai.
Yep. Absolutely. The execution that we have been seeing from them in Bubble has been so impressive so far, and I have a feeling it is only going to get more impressive. But here comes Vancouver Lightning looking for an answer of their own, but Yuji forcing yet another turnover with that stun, sending it up, looking for Phenom, takes an unfortunate bounce. Alduin able to get there first, now slapping this cross, looking for one boosty boy. It connects. Quick pass over to Flynn. Flynn looking for him again, and there we go. Vancouver found some points.
Vancouver found points indeed, struggling a little bit to respond there in this second quarter, but finally able to do so, and we still have 5 minutes left on the clock. But Joust advantage now going into the hands of Junction City Juggernauts, and this could be a dangerous game if they don't apply some pressure here, Sai.
Yeah, it could be. You know, if you are the side of Junction City right now, you want to get a comfortable lead before this Vancouver, mishmash of team finds a way to work with each other. And oh my goodness, that's how you do it!
That is indeed how you do it, as Suprum puts in a three-pointer from 12 meters out, just off the ceiling there, to bring up their lead by too much that I can't math.
It's 7. It's 7.
I'm really thankful for Nails. Nails, I don't know if you guys know, but he's like so smart and like flies planes and stuff and jumps out of them, so.
Wait.
This is my only time to shine. I'm horrible at math, but when I can come in after the fact as a Monday morning quarterback and tell you what the math numbers were, I feel proud of myself.
Oh, man. Absolutely. But hey, you know what? We got to do math again because Vancouver Lightning just hit that 3 and they're bringing it to within 4. But now it is going to be Junction City's Joust advantage. Phenom sending this one down low cross to Suprum. Suprum hitting that high pass to Yuji, who immediately sends it back to Phenom on the back line. Phenom looking to hit Yuji once again, but that is just going to be a little bit off, giving the Vancouver team the opportunity to get this one cleared, taking a bounce around in the midfield. It is going to be a race. One boosty boy all over Phenom there, forcing the turnover, but the clear will not go through. Instead, it is Yuji there first, sending it right back down into the Lightning zone, bouncing off the nose, away from empty, but right into the hands of Suprum, who's looking for Phenom, but instead it is one boosty boy on it once again, getting this cleared all the way down into the Junction City zone. It's going to be empty here with the pickup. A little bit of time before those players come at him, sending this one up now to Yuji at the station. Yuji hitting the easy pass to Suprum, and then Suprum looking for Phenom, but the stack from Vancouver has that one red. It is going to be Flynn with it, hitting a very dangerous reset. I do not think he saw Phenom on his back there, but it does work out as they get this one sent to the mid, where it is recovered by Yuji. Once again, Junction City pressing in. It's Phenom just outside the bubble, working it in, but one boosty boy gets one more save, sending this one all the way through the tunnel, bouncing off of some Geo here to the cross side of the bubble. It's picked up by Flynn. Flynn on the wall.
No way.
Wow. A bold shot there. I think he thought the goalie would have been stunned by then, but does not quite work out for them. Instead, it's Junction City now looking at their own open goal, and there we go, another 3.
Yeah, unfortunate there. Vancouver Lightning had big numbers. It was a 3v1, but the attempted solo into bubble not working in their favor turns into a turnover there, and the stacks coming in from Junction City Juggernauts were speeding and ready to go to pick up their own clear and get 3 points on an open goal.
Yep, absolutely, but Vancouver looking to answer back here. One boosty boy under some pressure hits the reset to Flynn. Flynn walks this one up to the cloud. Now the ceiling under some pressure here from Yuji, sends it back, connects with Alduin on the back line. Alduin now moving this one forward, looking for that pass up to Smooth Ride, and that will connect as well. Smooth at the Pac-Man sends this one low cross over to Alduin. Alduin hitting one boosty boy and one boosty boy. Oh no, what just happened, Queen?
I feel like that might have been a cranium block. It looked like it was a noggin. A noggin right on the disc.
I mean, it happens to the best of us, and Junction City making the most of it as well, returning fire with a 3.
A 3 indeed, as Yuji sinks that one for this side of Junction City Juggernauts. And a great quick response there. Again, stacks flying in for the Juggernauts before Vancouver Lightning can even make it home to defend that goal there.
Yep, great work here. The speed, man, that is all I got to say right now. The speed from Junction City to identify those transitions and capitalize on them has been incredible. Here comes Vancouver once again, looking to work this one into the bump.
Oh,
Shot, but Suprum is home. Suprum now sending this one up to Yuji. Yuji looking for me. Ooh, I don't know if there's a shot or a clear, but either way, it will be into the hands of Alduin, who gets this bounce clear all the way through. But Junction City once again has that stack together to get it cleared right back through the tunnel. Bouncing high now into the empty. The goal is empty, and you know what empty will do? Hit the three.
Hits the three from 11 meters out here. This is quite a number of threes we've seen here in this second quarter, especially for the side of Junction City Juggernauts, and that is why you see the scoreboard the way it is. They are capitalizing on these moments, not rushing those shots, not having their attempted shots ding off the goal there. But that is the end of our second quarter, and we will be right back after a quick word from our sponsors.
Hold on a minute. Did we hear that right? Dodge is making an electric car?
We're talking hypothetical, right?
Surely you jest. Dodge? You mean the people who devised the legendary 426 Hemi and sunk it into a sublime missile? You mean the Dodge that created the Hellcat Red Eye and the most powerful muscle car in the world? Makers of the 840 horsepower wheel-standing Demon? Why on God's green earth would Dodge ever build an electric car? Anybody? Any thoughts out there? Hello?
And welcome back to the Vancouver Lightning versus Junction City Juggernauts. We are in the halftime sprint right now. Don't forget, for those looking to claim this week's NFT, head on over to www.nepavrpro.com/NFT to fill out the NFT claim form. In order to complete the claim form, you'll need a secret password. And this week, it is STACK. Not the stack, just STACK. The deadline to submit the claim form is 9 p.m. Eastern on Sunday, August 28th. And yes, Juicefer, you've already beat me. I totally forgot. That's like out of the cast for tonight. But don't forget to pick those up. You can win a bunch of things. You can win some giveaways, you can win some POAPs, and more importantly, you can win some coaching with some of our pro and AAA players and for an hour as they walk you through all that coaching that you wish you had. You get some one-on-one time with them for an hour. You do whatever you like. Of note, if you haven't seen, Venom, Jay Walker, and Rox Titan interviewed by Red Bull Gaming, and their episode is on Red Bull Gaming YouTube. Venom will be one of the first pro players here that you'll be able to get some one-on-one hour time with in Echo Arena, and you can see what all three of them had to say there on their interview with Grand Pooh Bear for episode 5. It's on YouTube, Red Bull YouTube. And it aired today, August 23rd. It's been out there since 9 a.m. Pacific time. You can also find it on TikTok. And you can also find it on Red Bull Gaming Instagram. It's pretty cool if you guys haven't seen it. It's a huge shout out to Echo. I sat through it and I watched it. It was really, really good. And it was just cool to see. And it's cool to see somebody that is not in the Echo world roll in and was totally infatuated by Echo. So I think we made another fan there. But with that, we'll talk more about that later. It's Tuesday night. I got my Echo hoodie, and we are getting back into the game, brought to you by Big St. Charles Motorsports. They're the biggest. Ladies, talk to us about what was going on here in the first half. We got a 24 to 11 point game. We rolled it in the second quarter, and it was a 2-point game. What's been going on here, Queen?
So I feel like kind of exactly what I was saying in the first quarter. We saw a lot of I'll call it chaotic play coming in from the side of Junction City Juggernauts, which is not their typical, and that gave space for the Vancouver Lightning to be able to keep the score super close. But as soon as Junction City clicked into their typical gears, moving into that second quarter, they began to run away with it, as you can tell on the scoreboard, because they have that chemistry, they have that flow, they have that advantage over the side of Vancouver Lightning at this point, who has a lot of subs coming into the arena. And one thing I think I'm remembering this correctly, but I believe one Boosty Boy was actually only rostered last week. So even the second rostered player is very new to the team. You're looking sideways. I'm pretty sure, wasn't one Boosty just rostered last week onto this team?
I was agreeing with you. I didn't realize that. And as you were saying that, I was like, oh, dude, that's a huge factor.
Yeah. No, Psy Chaotic was given a face like...
Oh, Psy Chaotic was giving you sideways eyes?
Me? I could be... Dang it, Nails.
I thought she was talking about me. I was like, no, get a face. This is just my face. This is what it always looks like.
I'm pretty sure actually it was Caption who was recently picked up here from the side of Vancouver
Caption
Lightning.
was this week. I think last week one Boosty Boy was picked up, because I remember seeing one Boosty Boy came into the arena and he was highlighted on the roster that was put out last week, and I remember pointing that out. So I'm pretty sure one Boosty Boy, and if I'm wrong, one Boosty Boy, please DM me and yell at me. Be like, you're a bozo. But I'm pretty sure.
I could be wrong. Boosty's at the top right under Alduin. I know Essen and Meatballer were also picked up recently. I don't know. Somebody's new, but they're going to adapt to the bottom line. Here we go. It's round 3. Bringing this train home for a minute here. It is going to be one Boosty Boy, speaking of, sending this one through. Oh no, bouncing into the hands of Phenom, who gets the slap through the tunnel. It needs a little bit of help to get all the way through there, and there it is, bouncing off the nose into the hands of Empty. Empty, tracking this one down, now sending this one forward, looking for Phenom, but that instead bounces into the hands of Alduin. Alduin looking for this quick pass over to Flynn, walking this one forward, doing some fakes before sending it on through. The stacks are together for both teams. Oh my goodness, it is one Boosty Boy, new or not, he's getting results here and now.
Yeah, I mean, that was incredible there. The clear was fantastic for the side of Vancouver Lightning, bouncing straight into the hands of their teammate, who puts it into the goal for 2 points before the defense can return home and settle into their place there.
Yeah, absolutely. But here comes Junction City once again. Oh my goodness, this could be... No, it will not be a turnover because Phenom's there, duh. But now it's in the hands of Yuji. What a steal from Flynn! Picking his pocket right there on the nest. But Yuji manages to track it down once again, sending it to Suprum, and Suprum finding that low pocket.
Finding the low pocket indeed from the ceiling there. I believe that is Suprum's second from the ceiling, if I remember correctly, sinking it there in that bottom pocket. Another 3 for the side of the Junction City Juggernauts, though. It hurts for the side of Vancouver Lightning, especially when they are predominantly scoring 3s here. It makes it incredibly hard to bring yourself back.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, you can't start closing that lead until you start stopping their scoring, and it has just been 3 after 3. But maybe this is an opportunity here, as they have worked it down into the Junction City zone. One Boosty Boy looking to send this one into the bubble. Oh no! Instead, that is going to be picked up and sent away now here by Junction City. Phenom finishing this clear into the hands of Yuji now, taking this one to the ceiling before sending it over to Empty. Empty, working this one forward, opts to send it back to Yuji. Yuji taking a very bold 3 on the goalie. You know, hits the bottom part of the goal, but Alduin still gets to that one. Now, into the hands of Suprum, looking to just start this drive over again, sending it to Empty. Empty down low to Phenom, working his way off the boot, taking the behind the back shot, but that will not go in. Bouncing now into the hands of Flynn, who finds this clear lane through the high mid. Off the floor now. It's going to be a stack race, but a lot of stuns going on in the backfield. And here's another one. Flynn gonna get there first, taking this one up toward the popcorn. Under some pressure here from Empty, slowing this one down, looking for the reset. Oh no, once again, some bad bounces going on from the side of Vancouver. We've been seeing a lot of bad bounces from them so far, Queen.
We have indeed, but this one, in favor of Junction City Juggernauts. All 4 players make it back to the bubble. before Vancouver Lightning can make it home and settle in, and that is 2 points on the board by Empty for the side of Junction City Juggernauts. But absolutely, we've seen some unfortunate bounces for the side of Vancouver Lightning tonight.
Yeah, it's been unfortunate, but you know what? Those, the being slightly off does happen when you don't have your roster. It's just part of the game. But here they come again. It is Flynn in the midfield under some pressure from Yuji. This time bouncing it to Alduin, who is forced to immediately send it back in the popcorn area on the wall. Sending cross over to Smooth riding at the cloud. Smooth working his way into Bubble, maybe looking for the backboard, but instead bounces right into the hands of Supram, who is not quite able to get that clear out just yet. Oh my goodness, all of the stacks overshooting this one. It's a race. Empty there first, though, getting this behind the back clear through the mid, bouncing around right into the hands of Yuji. Oh my goodness, Alduin thought he had it, but not quite.
Yeah, unfortunate. That's a tough decision as goalie Alduin was making his way over there to get in the lane and then opted to backtrack towards the disc, not seeing the incoming stack for the side of Junction City Juggernauts, who make it there obviously faster because they are stacking and now have an open lane to the goal with no one home. Unfortunate, but definitely a hard call to make as a goalie too.
Yeah, it's an unfortunate situation to be in, but Junction City makes the most of it. However, here comes Vancouver once again, working this one into the Juggernaut zone, resetting to Alduin, now sending this one forward up to Smooth Riding. Smooth Riding hitting the cross to one boosty boy, but oh my goodness, Supram all over him, getting this turnover and getting this clear, but oh no, the stack overshoots it, so Vancouver gets there first. Smooth Riding now looking for the clear, finds Alduin. Alduin looking for this reset, but the stack was already in motion. Instead, it's into the hands of Phenom, and another 3 here from Junction City.
Yeah, I don't know about you, Sai, but at this point, if I was Vancouver Lightning, I would probably be hitting the pause button if I didn't hit it like 2 or 3 minutes ago, but this is a lot of threes coming in from the side of Junction City, and they need to sound this momentum for them.
Yeah, it's, at this point, it's not even just a momentum issue you take the time out for. They've got to think of a new strategy, because what they're doing right now is leaving a lot of long threes open, like we've been talking about. But they opted to take the joust advantage instead immediately, and now it's into the hands of Junction City, as Phenom sends this one all the way through, connecting with Supram, and goal open, but he needs a little help from Yuji, who secures the 2-pointer.
Yeah, another open goal there. I mean, fantastic point you made before, Sai, is that just needing a little bit of an adjustment here, especially on the defensive end, if they're going to continue to run a 2-2 format, or at least have some defense on the back line. Definitely want to be home, because they're giving these open goal opportunities to Junction City Juggernauts on the regular here.
Yep, they are, and Junction City with it again, now forcing a turnover on the joust advantage into the hands of Empty. Empty looking for this pass over to Supram. It does connect, pushing into the bubble. They have some numbers here. Oh my goodness, the pass all the way around the world to get to Empty, who then takes the 2.
Takes the 2 indeed. The attempted pass not making it to its target, but the placement coming in from the Junction City Juggernauts allow them to maintain that possession there, and that is why positioning inside of the bubble is so important, to not allow clumping, so when those mishaps happen, you do not find yourself being punished for small minor mistakes like that.
Yep. Absolutely, and a turnover here for Vancouver. It's Flynn sending this one into the bubble. The bounce, almost going in on its own, but instead into the hands of Flynn once again. Flynn now hitting this quick reset to Alduin on the back line, who pushes this one forward, getting toward the bow tie. Yuji is lurking, though. He's got to be careful, opting to pass this one up now to Flynn. Flynn slowing it down on the cloud, drawing out that stack pressure, looking for Alduin. An unfortunate bounce off the boot, and instead it is going to be cleared by Empty through that close side tunnel. Empty now sending this one all the way through, bouncing around into the Vancouver bubble. It's going to be a race. Smooth Riding is home first, looking for this quick pass up through the tunnel, but it is immediately intercepted here. Empty sending it right back into the hands of Yuji. Empty goal, but oh no, a little bit off on that bounce, but they're going to have another go at this as Empty looks to get through the defense. Quick pass up to Phenom, but he gets shut down! Oh my goodness, but Empty in the right place at the right time, still gets the 2.
Defense finally making it home for the side of Vancouver Lightning and giving Junction City Juggernauts a little bit of their run for their money to get those 2 points on the board. I would love to see more of that rolling into this third quarter, but we are going to take a quick break, and we will be right back after a word from our sponsors.
One American with a burning desire to save the world from high prices. He is the stuntman that saved the world. A man that brought the world together because of his love for Honda. One man with 4 wheels strapped to a parallel twin engine. The stuntman that saved the world. Get your favorite Honda motorcycles, ATVs, and side-by-sides today at Holzhauer Pro Motorsports in Nashville, Illinois.
Back to the booth. Joust.
Jousted indeed! I mean, that one coming out from Junction City. Empty sending this one out to you.
Best transition ever. There you go.
Please take it.
I love that she took the bait. She was like, yeah!
Oh man, that was so good, and Junction City makes the most of it too, getting that early 2-pointer. But here we go now. Oh my goodness, what a pocket pick from the Yuji!
My Lanta! That was a quick stack coming in from the side of Junction City Juggernauts to stun out the QB while the other stack partner receives the disc and puts it in the goal for 3 points. And that was none other than Yuji themselves putting that in there for the side of the Juggernauts.
Yep, and here they go again. Supram looking for this behind the back shot, and it needs a little help from Phenom, but it does go in for another 2.
A little help from Phenom. Never hurt anyone to help build your friend's stats line, you know? Now you get an assist, they get some points. It's a great trade-off there, but the Juggernauts walking away with 2 more points here, and quite the lead moving into our 4th quarter.
Yep, quite the lead indeed. But here comes Vancouver looking to answer back. That's going to bounce now into the hands of Flynn. Just kidding, that's Flynn. Flynn now sending this one through, bouncing off the trench, all the way off the shield into the hands of Yuji, who flips this one up to the ceiling before passing over to Empty. Empty now, under a little bit of pressure, gets that pass off over to Supram. Supram looking for the deep pass to Phenom, bounces into the hands of Yuji, and he sends it where it needs to go. Phenom now at the rock, backing this one out. I mean, they have the lead. They can play clock meta all day, drawing out defenders, but now pushing the bubble. It's Yuji. Oh my goodness, it gets caught there with a little bit of bad momentum and does pay for the mistake now as Vancouver pushes this one through. Smooth ride and sending this one all the way into the bubble, off the back wall, right into the hands of Empty. Empty now, sending this one to Yuji. Now across over to Phenom. Phenom in the trap area, under some pressure here, has to hit this quick reset over to Empty. Empty drawing out the stack pressure before sending it back to Phenom. Stack is still alive, still all over it, but they do go by Phenom. Phenom now sending this one all the way through to Yuji, who has the open goal, but oh no, off the ding ring and into the hands of Smooth Riding, who's looking for this pass over to Alduin, but Alduin under a little bit of pressure there. Instead, it is a turnover here for Phenom. Phenom getting this pass across, connects with Yuji. Oh my goodness, where did he come from? Gets it to Empty. Oh, what a play there. So much just happened, Queen. Break it down.
So much just happened indeed, but honestly, I feel like the biggest thing that was highlighted there for me is the chemistry between this team and the communication that has to be going on. I mean, even what looked like just an attempted fling to try and make a loose disc and not cause a turnover would often end up in the hands of another teammate, and that is what fantastic communication is, as Empty sinks another 3-pointer there. after the aggressive stack stuns out the QB and forces a loose disc again. But yeah, it breaks down to chemistry and communication. This team for the side of Junction City Juggernauts, even in what feels chaotic in the play, is actually as best calculated as they can be off of the communication of their other teammates.
I think that is absolutely spot on right now, especially, you know, the finding that chemistry in the chaos. But here comes Junction City once again. It's Yuji sending this one all the way through, taking an interesting bounce up toward the ceiling. It's going to be a race. Alduin home first, but under some pressure here from Yuji. Just has to get rid of this one and finds Flynn in the midfield. Flynn now relaying this one forward. It's going to be a stack race off the wall into the hands of Phenom. Doing some moves to keep it away from one boosty boy, but it is immediately picked off by Smooth riding at the midfield. Smooth looking to send this one back in, and oh my, a little bit off on that bounce shot as it is slapped away by Junction City. However, Alduin is there to save the day, gets it picked up, sends this one for the high bounce pass up to Flynn. An interesting pass. I don't know if I've seen that one before, but it does work. Flynn now outside the bubble, drawing out this pressure from Yuji before looking to hit the cut over to Smooth. Just kidding, it's into the hands of one boosty boy, and there we go. Vancouver finds a two-pointer.
Finds a two-pointer indeed, and they needed that here to get some points on the board. I am no mathematician. As you guys saw before, I didn't know that it was a 7-point lead, but I would say with 3 minutes on the clock, it's probably not possible for them to come back at this point, but it is possible for them to get more points on the board and play until the buzzer, and that is what they're doing here.
Yep. Absolutely. That is so crucial. You know, no matter how much you're getting beat by, you play to the whistle, you keep on fighting. But here comes Junction City. Another turnover here as Phenom sends this one all the way through that far side tunnel, bouncing into the Vancouver zone. Where are these stacks? It is going to be Smooth riding home first, getting this one sent right back out through the tunnel. That is going to take a good bounce up high into the bubble of Junction City, but they are on it immediately. Yuji there, now looking for this bounce cleared. Yeah, it does connect here with Empty. Empty has the empty goal. The shot is going to be a little bit high, so easy pickings there for Alduin. Alduin now going to send this right back through to the mid. Gets, oh my goodness, what a bounce to keep it away from those Junction City players. And Flynn gets there first to send this one through. Now into the hands of Empty, but Empty getting stunned out by Alduin. They have some numbers for only a moment as Empty back alive gets the stun on Alduin. Smooth sends it back to Alduin. Alduin looking for one boosty boy, but just a little bit off. Unfortunate for them as it is picked up by Supram and sent through the tunnel. Bouncing now into the zone. That almost going in on its own. But instead it is going to be a race. Empty overshooting this one a little bit. Gives Flynn the opportunity to get the pickup, get the reset to Alduin. Alduin looking for this clear, but Phenom on the back line. Junction City has been killing it with keeping players in the midfield to shut down the clear attempts. And it's going to pay off here as Yuji drives in on the stunned out goalie to hit the 2.
To hit the 2 indeed, and if they didn't already secure their victory with their very large lead at this point, that would definitely be it here. Sinking another 2 points on the board was Yuji with only a minute left on the clock, but an opportunity here for the Vancouver Lightning to get a few more points on the board before this game here wraps up.
An open goal opportunity, but that shot just a little bit off. However, they could maybe get back to it. Yuji doing some moves under some pressure here from Smooth Riding. Does find the clear through the mid. Stacks have broken apart. It is going to be a race. Bouncing around underneath the Pac-Man. Empty getting to this one. No numbers advantage, but he pushes in anyway and finds the 2.
Finds the 2 indeed, and that is Empty putting that one in from 6 meters out for another 2 points for the side of Junction City Juggernauts, and only 23 seconds left on the clock here.
Yep, only 20 seconds left. It is just a matter of can anybody get some more points on the board, as the outcome has basically been decided. It's going to be Yuji looking for one final clear, one last opportunity here for Junction City as this bounces around into the Vancouver bubble. Who's going to be there first? It's one boosty boy, picked up by Supram, and Supram, oh no! A little bit off on that shot, but it does not matter. They had plenty of points already, and Junction City Juggernauts take this match 57-15 over the Vancouver Lightning.
And that they did. And wow, Vancouver Lightning. So what is right now in the Western Conference? We've got the New Haven Ninjas out front, 9-2. We have the Vancouver Lightning, Scottsdale Slither, and the Frisco Dragons in a 3-way tie for second. Vancouver Lightning are going to fall out of that. Slither are playing next. But Junction City Juggernauts coming back in 5-7 in the hunt for the wild card, as there's still a few weeks left. But what a performance from Junction City tonight. What do you guys see? Obviously, the roster was an issue for Vancouver Lightning, but I mean, what did you see from the Junction City Juggernauts that just really was clicking for them that they need to focus on here in the last few weeks of the regular season?
I mean, Junction City Juggernauts have a fantastic play when they can slow it down, and are not forced into those chaotic plays that we saw in the first quarter. I think the other thing too is that Junction City Juggernauts has great communication that was displayed, like we spoke about before, and that makes all the difference in a team. It's like having good communication from your team is like being handed a GPS when you have been using a compass. Like, there's just no way around it. Like, trying to rely on solely boosters and your hearing around you and looking around the arena can only get you so far. When you have 3 other people at different places in the arena who are speaking what is going on to you, you now have GPS for Echo Arena, and it makes all the difference. And you can tell by the play from Junction City Juggernauts if they can keep that and keep that speed that they had from the Stacks, keep setting up those fantastic offensive plays, that not only just the plays but their placement inside of offensive bubble, they're gonna continue to ride these wins like this here towards the end of the season. Vancouver Lightning, though, definitely one thing I noticed gearing down towards the end was how often they continued to rely upon the clear and boost method when it was very clear that their stacks were nowhere near at the speed or caliber that Junction City was. And that is huge. If you are not able to recognize that you forced a turnover, right? You have the opportunity to maintain possession and capitalize on this now, but you're squandering it because you're not recognizing that the other team is simply faster than you. And that's easily combated with multiple things. You can stack kill, you can pass the disc up the arena, back pass once before starting to send it up so that your players are pushed up and not just all in the bubble. But that hurt them. It hurt them. Anytime that they did force a turnover and had a fantastic defensive play, or their backliner was doing work to stop the attempted clear, it was ending up often back into the hands of Juggernauts because of speed.
There you have it. I mean, you heard it here first. GP Echo. Communication intensive this game is, especially with it being in VR, and how well that defines a team's chemistry and its ability to move around the arena. And that comm, like, that's not something you get in pubs, because you hear people in pubs calling out comm, and some people are not calling out comm. Some people are listening, not listening. But that is such a huge part of this game. And obviously the Junction City Juggernauts did an amazing job of just making sure that all their teammates were aware of what was going on in the arena. Over to you, Sai, like, what did you see out of this game here moving forward for both these teams that they need to look at here coming up on the end of the regular season? And also, who is your Holzhauer Auto Motorsports Stuntman Award Player of the Game? And we'll come right back to Queen after that.
And that's so much. Okay, so first...
Sorry.
You're good.
GP Echo, get it. 2, tell me what you saw.
I mean, I really do think that the Queen was just spot on there, where if your clear and boost is not working, you have to switch something up. But then also, they were just a little bit on a lot of those passes, a lot of like the fluid, the fluidness in bubble that we are used to seeing a lot of teams here in this league. And I can't even fault them for it. When you've got so many subs in, you're gonna be lacking that chemistry factor, and that is okay. But I also think that is what makes Caption such a valuable pickup here for this team. I mean, if you know Caption, he has such a massive game IQ. I'm sure they're gonna be watching this VOD later, picking it apart, and we're gonna see Vancouver come back strong from this one. But now moving forward, oh man, I can't. There's a couple players I want to shout out. I have my pick, but there's a couple players I want to shout out. One Boosty boy, may have been on the side of Vancouver, but all over the arena this evening.
Yeah.
I have to shout him out. UG also putting in a ton of work. We said his name so much, but Empty is my pick for this evening, because you could tell that he was kind of the conduit of that entire team this evening. Most of the passes flowed through him as they worked it up the arena, directing that midfield, part of a lot of the key stacks. So Empty, I think, is my choice for this evening.
Fair enough. Queen?
She stole my answer. It's almost like she's one of my best friends or something.
Oh my god.
But yeah, no, I had Empty in my mind. I heard Empty's name a ton of times there as Sai was casting Empty. Like you said, facilitating a lot of those plays. Obviously, with Empty's stat line, I mean, the 23 points are fantastic, but also coming in with those assists, coming in with a steal, a save on the board, 28 stuns, definitely was all over the arena doing things, whether it be recovering the attempted clears for the side of the Vancouver Lightning or putting points on the board after doing a little dance there off the pole next to goal. So definitely... Definitely my pick is going to be Empty, and watching Empty play in previous weeks and being able to cast Empty played at a caliber that I have not had the privilege to see yet, so I was very impressed.
And I couldn't agree more with both of you, and you know how much I love captains doing captain things, and Empty by all means, and that's one of the great things about this game and this sport is that you see captains, like when they need to facilitate, they facilitate. When they need to start dropping bombs and running up score, they drop bombs and run up the score. And we saw Empty do a little bit of both tonight. And I totally agree with you that Empty, for the Stuntman Player Award, Player of the Game Award, brought to you by Big Holtzauer Auto Motorsports. Yep, there it is. It's somewhere in the back of those brain cells.
You got it.
That penguin was hanging on by its fingertips, and I pulled him back onto the iceberg. Player of the game there. Congrats to you, Empty. Go ahead and hang that on the mantle. Excellent job tonight from the Junction City Juggernauts. Great game to both teams. But don't go anywhere. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back as we roll into our second game for tonight. We have the Aspen Sparrows versus Scottsdale Slither. I'm not biased at all, so I will hang out in the background. We're going to take a quick break, and then we'll be right back with our second match of the night. You're not going to miss it. It's going to be awesome. See you in a few.
One American with a burning desire to save the world from high prices. He is the stuntman that saved the world. He is looking to destroy high prices. A man that brought the world together because of his love for Kawasaki. One man strapped to a 2021 Terex KRX 1000. The stuntman that saved the world. Get your favorite Kawasaki motorcycles, ATVs, and side-by-sides today at Holtzauer Pro Motorsports in Nashville, Illinois.
Oh, you guys thought we had more time left. Well, we still do, but just want to let you guys know we're going to drop out of the stream here for a second. We're having a couple technical issues. We're going to try and get those solved and come right back into the stream, so don't go anywhere. We're going to kick it out, sign back in, and we will still be here with the countdown. Don't go anywhere. Just a minor fix. See you in a second.